Hey, happy Easter, everybody. I'm just running around like crazy, like everybody is, because that's what you do on a holiday. You run around like crazy. Um, so I just wanted to not waste any time going to my next stop, red wine. Um, so today on Facebook, I announced that I'm going to be doing a tour of Red State America. So, Free the Children, the subtitle is How Red State Americans Can Liberate Their Children from Government Schools. So there's 23 red states controlled by the Republicans. Um, I'm no particular friend or ally of the Republican Party, so let's be honest here. I'm calling them out, and I don't think they're going to go along with this. But what I'm trying to do is get the populist wing of the Republican Party, which I think is right about many things, to call them out and to go after these government schools, these socialist, compulsory, left, progressive, daytime juvenile detention centers. Why do they exist anymore? I mean, it's such bullshit. And don't give me that school choice bullshit either. I actually had to update the research in my book, and it is updated for anybody who buys it going forward. Or I have a supply. I'm actually going to put a correction in there. I actually gave the Republican Party too much credit for school choice, because when you drill down, and my book isn't really about vouchers or tax credits, it's somewhat of a minor issue in the whole constellation of the book. But I did have a chart early in the book. It talked about vouchers and tax credits, and boy, did I didn't realize that how phony the Republican Party has been in convincing people that they've really been trying to do school choice. So out of the 23 states that are controlled by Republicans, the so-called red states, slightly different definition than who won the presidency, because that's what I'm talking about with school education policy. The president has no power over whether states will abolish government schools or not. So it's the 23 red states, meaning the governor and both houses of the legislature. I know there's one state, I think Nebraska only has one legislature, one branch. So in the 23 states where Republicans control everything, can you believe that there's only 4 states that have either vouchers or tax credits in the full sense of the term? In other words, there's a lot of phony baloney sort of special programs that only apply to a certain number of people. So what I'm talking about is universal vouchers. Every person, every family, you spend X amount of dollars on private school, you get reimbursed by the government. By the way, I'm not in favor of vouchers. Let's be super clear. Don't ever put words in my mouth, because my mouth is pretty capable of stating my position. I am not for vouchers. I am for tax credits. There's a big difference. I'm not going to get into the whole thing. My point here is they're both, roughly speaking, a form of school choice that the Republicans claim to support. Why is it that in 19 you people still believe in the Republican Party? Why is it in 19 of the 23 states controlled by Republicans, where all they have to do is pass a damn law, and pass a law in the morning and have the governor sign it in the afternoon, and it's law? Why is there no school choice in 19 of these 23 states? Real school choice. It's just unbelievable. But bottom line is, I'm not going to go off on that tangent. Um, my point is, although people in the blue state should buy the book for like 5 different reasons. Okay, let me go through the reasons. One, it's a sequel to Government Schools Are Bad for Your Kids. It updates the research. 2, you might move to a red state. 3, you you might know people in red states right now you want to buy the book for. 4, the red states need to lead the way, because the blue states have locked up the left progressives that own the state capitals. So this movement it has to start in the red states, but it can move over to the blue states, because what happens, the first red state that adopts my proposal is going to start kicking ass. People are going to start moving there. You're going to have a true free market in education, and you're going to have the best options for education in those states, and that's where everybody wants to move to. Plus, taxes are going to go down, because whatever that state's pro rata share of the $1 trillion cost of K through 12 government schools will be eliminated, and that will be hopefully come back to the benefit of the taxpayers in the form of tax cuts. That's not automatic, but that's something that's part of the movement. We'll be monitoring that and working hard for it. So I'm going to be, I've just made a couple of decisions and, on my calendar and so on, and I'm trying to work with some groups to get speaking gigs. But so I'm penciling in all sorts of dates roughly to get into the red state. So the first state I'm going to get into is New Hampshire. Anybody up in New Hampshire wants to have me speak, let me know. I'm easy to contact through libertymovement.org. My email and my text cell phone is up there. So I'm planning on going to New Hampshire probably in May, and then I'll double back in June, depending on how some things work out with some groups that I'm hoping to connect with. I am going to go next to West Virginia, Ohio, and Indiana, all of which are contiguous to each other. And I'll be probably going there in June. And then in July, I'm going to be zipping around everywhere. I'm going to be in Nevada, and I'm going to be in a cluster of states in the Southeast, starting with Alabama. I don't know if I can rattle them all off. The Carolinas, Georgia, Mississippi, and maybe one other state. So I'm going to be all over the Southeast. That's going to be in late July. So I want to be talking to groups who are interested in educational. I almost use the word reform. Can you believe it? I hate the word reform. I really do. There's a chapter in the book, by the way, about why government schools can't be reformed. I love that chapter. It's my favorite chapter. Groups interested in school choice, real school choice, not phony GOP school choice. So have me, look me up, folks, if you want to get something going in these red states to fill in the fact that the Republican Party has been pretty useless for the last 50 years. Name me a single program they got rid of. So that's about it. Let me know. I'm around. I can also speak on a variety of other topics, which are listed on my Facebook page. I'll probably get a section up on libertymovement.org about my speaking topics and so on, and that'll help. But basically, it can speak on anything from A to Z in politics from a pro-liberty point of view. So, over and out, and talk to you soon. Jim Ostrowski, Buffalo, New York. Contact info is at libertymovement.org, the leading direct action site in the world.